There we go. All right, and we're at about 6 minutes after, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So this one will not be as polished as the one if you got to see the home office one. For one, I don't have a cameraman following me around, and I don't have little helpers moving things out of the way and bringing things out, like when you need. Second of all, I'm doing a little bit more than just the 3 recipes. I'm hoping to actually do 5. Just to kind of show you guys a couple of really big time-saving tips that you can do that all kind of work together. So I'm kind of hoping to do that. So welcome to the Power Cooking Chicken Anna style, because this is literally the way that I cook a lot of the times, especially for me, because I'm the only one in the house that's eating animal proteins. And so I like to try to make sure that I've got meals that I can make vegetarian, but are still healthy, but be able to add some meat to the ones that I want. So one of the first things that I'm going to do is I bought 2 different kinds of chicken, and I will tell you guys, you can use chicken breasts, chicken tenders. You can use chicken thighs if you prefer to use chicken thighs. So what I have in here are chicken tenders, and then somewhere in here, there it is, I have a big old chicken breast that I want to show you how you can do what I'm going to show you guys, but with the chicken breast instead of just the tenders. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set my grill to cook, and I'm going to just set it for 5 minutes, and I've got it, what's wrong way? There we go. And I'm custom setting it. I'm setting it a little bit lower just because I know I get a little distracted when I'm talking. So just to kind of give you guys an idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and press start and let that start heating up. And then I want to show you what you can do if you want to buy chicken breast. Now, and I apologize, I'm gonna cough. My allergies are kicking my tail right now. I can tell you that I had the majority of this stuff. Let me tell you this first. I had the majority of this stuff already in my kitchen. The only thing that I didn't have was the chicken. I didn't have any of the bell peppers. I didn't have, so I had to get green onions, the cilantro, the cabbage. I can show you guys the grocery list, but the chicken I buy organic. And so even with the chicken and all of these other things that I got, it still only cost me $40 to get all of this stuff. And the rest of the stuff, the beans, the rest of the stuff was the ginger. The rest of the stuff is pretty much stuff that you would have in a well-stocked pantry. So basically for, let's just say $50, maybe 60, with the few things that I had already. Apple cider vinegar, like I had to buy a whole new thing of apple cider vinegar. And again, like I buy organic of all of this stuff. So it does cost a little more. I can have 5 meals, easy, 5 meals, simple. Now I'm cutting these recipes down just a little bit because I'm not feeding a whole family, but that's the thing that you can do. So one little hint, if you want to buy chicken breasts, because they're obviously cheaper than chicken tenders, and you get something like this close and cut right here, okay? If you put it here on the close and cut, this close and cut, let me flip it around, the top and the bottom of it are spring loaded. So when I push this down, it'll kind of push that chicken down. You take a big knife, set your knife on the edge, and you just saw all the way back. And what that does is that creates 2 evenly thin pieces. I'll show you guys of chicken. So now instead of having like a piece of chicken that is really thick on one side and really thin on the other, I have 2 evenly thin sliced pieces of chicken that are going to cook at the same rate as my chicken tenders. And so here's my other one. Here's my other one, if you guys can see. So they're the same exact size. So let me go ahead and move this. This is dishwasher safe. And so it's safe for you to put in the dishwasher. All right, so I've already preheated this. This is getting going. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get our cheese together. So let me grab our cheese. And I'm hoping that you guys get to see a much more successful grating of the cheese with the Flex Plus. I've already grated some in there. I did my other cheese block. I'm going to grab my other cheese block. It is good to make sure that your cheese is nice and chilled. Especially your softer cheeses. Your softer cheeses don't grate real well, you know, by hand when you're doing them by hand, or even when you're doing them in here if they're super soft. And so, oh, cheese was another thing that I bought. I bought 2 blocks of cheese. So, you know my little trick. I try not to touch the cheese because the oils of your skin are what mold the cheese the fastest. I try not to touch your cheese. The battery is the last part to go on here. All right, we're going to turn this guy on. See, it really does work well for cheese. It just didn't work so well at the other. Oh, my battery's dead. God darn it. Hang on a minute. Oh, and I don't have another battery charged. Let me see if this one's charged. I thought they were both charged. There we go. It does come with 2 batteries. It takes a second to kind of shift it. All right, so this is 2 blocks of cheese. Let me take this guy off first. So this is 2 blocks of cheese. It's over here. And it does come with different blades. So I'm just going to pop this off because now I have my cheese ready to go. I can put this in a container. And I've got cheese for all the different recipes that I'm going to do for the week. So one of the things that I like to do is I like to make sure that I'm picking ingredients for the week that are similar, but not quite the same, that still bring in different flavors. So I'm going to be bringing in a barbecue flavor, kind of a more of a Mexican flavor, and an Asian flavor today in the things that I'm showing you guys. And the cheese will just get eaten any time. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and lay, oh, I forgot to season this. Hang on, let's get the season. So I'm gonna use just our seasoning salt. Now, all of our rubs and seasonings don't have any MSG in them. They're very low in, well, I mean, not the salt's not low in sodium, but all the other ones are low in sodium. And the thing that I like about this all-purpose seasoning salt is it just has kind of a little flavoring of everything in there. And so there's a little bit of pepper and there's a little bit of some other things. I'm not quite sure what all, but I just kind of makes a great basic, there we go, a great basic seasoning for my chicken. So we're going to go ahead and lay all of this chicken over here. We'll put this chicken piece over here. No rhyme or reason, just getting them all on here. So normally I just do 1 big package of chicken tenders. So it might not all fit with the chicken breast pieces on here, but we're going to try to make it fit. See, I have like 2 pieces left, which would kind of be where these chicken breasts are. Yeah, it's not quite all going to fit. So that's all right, just to kind of give you guys an idea. We're going to close that up. And it's beeping at me because it's telling me to add. And this is only going to take about 2 minutes. And I'm going to kind of scoot that to the side for a second so that I can get the rest of these things together. Now, this is my other life-saving little tip here. And so this is the Cool and Serve. And the Cool and Serve actually has, and I didn't grab them, but there's these freezer inserts that go here in the bottom so that whenever you're serving anything outdoors or if you're taking it to a party, it keeps whatever you have in here cold because it's basically sitting on ice. Those little freezer packs go in the freezer. But when I'm not using it for that, I like to use it for veggies. And so I get all my veggies ready by putting them right here. And then I'll show you guys what I'm going to do with the rest of these veggies. There. my Rapid Prep mandolin. So the Rapid Prep mandolin has lots of different pieces here, different ways that you can slice or grate things either whole or in little pieces. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a couple of things. I'm going to put this on kind of a thin slice for my carrots first, because I'm going to be using my carrots for several things. And here's another little tip, guys. If you take a wet paper towel and you wrap your carrots that are cut, not cut, I've got another knife. Then those, they're not going to turn white like they do a lot of times. All right, so we're going to go ahead and cut a couple of pieces of carrot here. Let me get this one as well. And I got to move kind of fast because this chicken cooks super fast. Now, this doesn't really get that hot. I probably shouldn't have it on top of here by the steam, but I'm afraid if I put it in low, my dogs are going to have a field day with it. Okay, so I'm going to do some julienne cuts with carrot first. I'll throw these in here. Lay them down, unlock this. All right, so this gives me some little, like little matchstick. You guys see that? These little matchstick pieces of carrots, which I would normally put right back in there. And then now I'm going to do one that's more kind of a whole slice, but a little bit thinner because that's going to be more for my stir fry. Because that's the way that I know these guys will eat them. Okay, so there are my carrots. So now I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do with the bell pepper. So if you take the bell pepper and you cut just the top of it off, then you pop the stem out, and this makes a perfectly good piece of bell pepper that you can still eat. Now I'm going to use the scoop loop to take out the seeds. And this is another great little tool because you can scrape all of this out. This also works fantastic on pumpkins, by the way, because it has these little teeth on it. You can't see them. It has these little tiny teeth. Works phenomenal on pumpkins. So then I'm going to take my my bell pepper and I'm going to put it upside down here on the wedger. And I'm going to go ahead and just wedge my bell pepper. So now I've got my bell pepper and I have my carrots. So let me move this because I bet you that my chicken is done. I have one more thing I'm going to do with this guy. Let's see how my chicken's doing. Oh, it's almost done. Can you guys see that? Yeah, see, I can tell by the color, it's just about done. All right, so before I do that, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take, let me take these out because I don't want them to get mixed up. So again, I would normally have my little cool and serve tray over here so that I could put these pieces in each of the little compartments. I'll move these carrots over. All right, so now I'm going to take my bell pepper and I just want to slice my bell pepper. I'm going to leave it on that setting. And I know you guys can't quite see what I'm doing here. See, I need my own little test kitchen. All right, so we're going to take our bell pepper and shove it in there. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the bell pepper, but I turned them sideways. So it gave us these little thin slices, not too thin. In fact, I kind of want them a little bit thicker. So I'll do the rest of these. I'm going to put the rest of these bell pepper in. Okay, so now I've got my bell pepper. I have my carrots. I'm going to scoop this over here. I'm stepping over a dog. Oh, I got to do my onion. Oh, there is one more thing I got to do on there, but I know my chicken's done. Yeah. So I know that this guy is done. So let me go ahead and grab my clean tongs and I'll show you guys. See, my chicken's done. It's still super moist, very juicy. Same thing. I'm going to bust this open so you guys can see my chicken breast here. Can you see that? Look, it's dripping with all the juices. All right, so we're going to throw this in. And I'm going to turn this off for just a minute. But isn't that gorgeous? Look how pretty that chicken turned out. Look at that. And that took 3 minutes. 3 minutes if that was on there. So this chicken is going to be my base for all my other meals for this week that I'm getting ready to show you guys. And I'm going to turn that off on purpose and I'm going to let it actually cool down because I'm gonna move it over here. Because I'm gonna change the plates in a minute. I wouldn't touch that, Tumbles. You know what? I'm gonna have to leave it up here. I don't trust my dogs. Yeah, don't laugh. Okay, so the next thing, let me do the onion and then we're gonna get our first actual recipe together. So let me pull this back over here. All right, and I'm just gonna scoot my sliced carrots over here for now. And if you guys have any questions while I'm doing this, don't hesitate to put them in the chat because I will get to them afterwards, I promise. I just don't have anybody to read them out to me. Okay, so next I'm gonna take my onion and I don't need a big piece of onion. So one little hint with an onion is if you work your way from the little papery end to the root end is the end that has the majority of the sulfates that make you cry. So if you work your way backwards like that, not only will it hold your onion together, but it's not gonna make you cry right from the get-go. Now for this, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut down 2 sides of it because I need onion for a couple of different things. So I'm going to change this because I want it, let's see, I do want it more in slices first. Put this in. So you see how I'm getting the slices like this. Okay. But then for this other one, I actually want it diced. So I'm going to change the blade to that to turn it to where it's going to dice it up. Is this one. Here we go. So do you see the difference in what I did? So this one's all diced up. So now I have everything, all my veggies ready to go. This goes in the dishwasher also. Comes with a great little cleaning tool and it stores all nice and neat as well. All right, so let's move this over here. Okay, so now we're ready to put our first recipe together, which is our fajita bites. Now these can be an appetizer, but they can also be a dinner and they're really, really good as a dinner. So we're gonna grab our chicken back. And I'm just gonna throw just a couple pieces of chicken in here for this. And we're gonna use the salad choppers, which if you guys don't know about these are fantastic for salad. You can put everything in a bowl and go to town and chop, but you can also use this for chicken. And let me show you 2 different ways that you can cut the chicken. So you can cut it in slices like this, like in big pieces if you wanted big pieces, or you can just go to town like this, which is what we're going to do for this recipe, and just chop. So I'm going to shred this chicken. You can also use this on pork. And I had the sweetest client that reached out to me a long time ago, right after we came out with the salad choppers, that said that she had the happiest father-in-law on earth because her father-in-law only had like 4 teeth, wasn't able to have steak. He was in his 90s and she was able to make him a steak and chop it up and he was in heaven. So here we're going to take our mayonnaise, and all of these recipes, guys, are available on my website, but I'll be putting them all together for you guys as well. There's a little bit of mayonnaise left on here. Okay, so next goes half of our green onions, but this is actually green onions for the stir fry as well. So I'm just going to kind of just take a little handful and throw them in there. Oh, maybe a little more. The next to go in here is our chili lime. And again, you guys remember that I'm doing a smaller version of this. I'm not doing the full recipe. And the next goes our cilantro. So this is our herb mill. So I'm going to throw our cilantro in here. So this will take care of, look at what it does to the cilantro. Can you guys see it? Pretty sweet, right? So we've got our cilantro going. I like cilantro, so we're going to stick good helping of that in there. And the way that I did the cilantro, I'll show you guys, is I still have a little bit in here, is I left a few to show you. I use this little herb stripper right here. And you can do one at a time, but when you get the hang of it, you can grab several of them. So I have 3 stems here, and there's 4 different size holes. So you just kind of choose which size hole fits the stem. And these are a little wilted, yeah, because they have been sitting here, but it pulls just the stems, just the leaves of the cilantro off. And then I put those leaves in that herb mill and then go to town. All right, so you can scoot that right there behind us. And then the last part that goes in here is our cheese. And again, we already have our cheese grated. So I'm gonna throw in
That's your lion.
a little bit of cheese.
You have to check under your nails and don't you? Some skin cells and dry blood.
So if you have, hey guys, if you guys have some background noise, it'd be great if you muted so that everybody could hear what I'm saying. Would be perfect. So I'm just going to mix all this up, and it makes this great mixture. Now this mixture, if you have picky eaters that don't want to eat vegetables, like eat this on a little veggie, and you'll see how I'm going to put it together, then you could totally put this in a quesadilla. So that's one of the meals I was going to do. So I'm going to pop these plates out. And you'll see how easy these pop out. So the plates can go in the dishwasher as well, but they're still super hot. So I just got to kind of grab them with this. And we're going to swap out the grill plates for the griddle plates. And they clean up so easy. Oh my gosh, absolutely beautiful. Whoa, let's flip the whole thing over. So let me scoop these over here. And then we're going to grab our griddle plates. We're going to snap these in, and they just slide right in, just like that. Pop in place. Pop in place. Okay, so now I'm going to turn this guy back on. And now you can see seriously how much I use this, because I seriously do use it like crazy. Okay, we're going to turn that on. All right, so now we'll grab our air fryer trays. Make sure you guys can still see me here. And I'm going to grab some of my bell peppers. So this is the wedge bell peppers that I did earlier. So I'm going to just set these on here. I'm just going to do about 6 of them, just so that I can show you. And no matter how much I think I grabbed all the tools, I didn't. So I'm going to use a small scoop and just put a scoop of this on each one of these. And then these are going to go in the air fryer for about 5 to 7 minutes. In the oven, they would go in the oven at 400. In the air fryer, I put them at 375 because it definitely cooks them a lot faster. But what an easy meal, right? If you already have this already prepared, you can turn this into a gluten-free meal where you're doing it on the trays for the air fryer. I'm not going to even use this second tray. Pop those in. All right, here's another little hint. So the air fryer comes with that black tray, which is not dishwasher safe. This is the gray silicone one that comes with the mess catcher, and it fits on the bottom of the air fryer. And so it just makes for an even easier cleanup. All right, so I'm going to turn it here. I'm going to set it for 4 minutes first and then go. All right, so then next we can get our quesadillas ready. Now, I found these. I do try to stay away from carbs, and I found these at Costco. They're by La Tortilla Factory, but they're zero net carbs because they have 14 grams of fiber in them, and there's 14 grams of carbs, and then there's 14 grams of fiber, and there's 7 grams of protein in each one of these tortillas, which I thought was pretty big. I've already tried them. They are really, 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 really good. I do like them. Our thing is not quite ready. It hasn't beeped at us yet. So I'm going to scoop this aside. And we're going to work on the next recipe. until that's ready to beep at us. Which is, oh wait, I have one more thing to do on this recipe before we do that. So this is gonna be the, excuse me, the sour cream that's gonna go on top of these little fajita bites. So for this, I just have a little bit of sour cream in here. I'm gonna take some of our green onions to mix in, and I do like to do this ahead of time because I like to let it really soak in that flavor. Now you can also put a little bit of cilantro in there if you want, which is what I like to do, because again, it just makes that have just some really great flavor. And then we're gonna stir this one. And we're just gonna let this sit until those little fajita bites come out. All right. That one's ready to go. All right, we're just gonna wing it and say that our grill is ready, even though it's really not quite ready. And I'm gonna show you how quick and easy it is to make a couple of quesadillas with this same mixture. All right, so we're gonna throw 2 quesadillas on here, or 2 tortillas. And we're gonna take our mixture and just dab a couple of dabs on here. We'll flatten that out. 1, 2, and 3. So another little hint with these is you can turn these more into like a little burrito, and you can freeze them so that when you are ready for, you know, a snack that has a little more, I'm just going to fill these all the way up, guys. There's not that much left in here. So if you're needing a snack, or your kids are needing a snack, or you're needing even a quick dinner, you can do this exact same thing and just pop them out, defrost them, and then you've got your meal ready to go. All right, I'm gonna spread this out a little bit. All the way to the edge. You'll see me using lots of these little mix and scrapers. I have, I think, 5 or 6 of the little mix and scrapers, these little small ones, and then a ton of the other ones as well. But for these little jobs, this is perfect. All right, looks like a little funny thing. Let's see if we can unfold that. There we go. This one on this top, this one on this top. And we're gonna let that do its thing there. All right, remove this. Okay, so we've got our quesadillas going. We have our chicken fajita bites going. And so then the next thing we're gonna do, oh, now it's beeping at me that, no, something's beeping at me. This is beeping. Excuse me. All right, let's see if these guys are ready. Nope, I think they need a couple more minutes. That's all right. I'd rather err on the side of them not quite being ready than being overdone. Okay, so then the next thing we're gonna do is, oh, a grilled pizza. Oh my gosh. All right, so this is another golden find. I found these also at Costco. So again, if you're trying to cut carbs out, these are cauliflower like rounds. And so instead of it being a gluten crust, you can also do these on pizza, on like a whole pizza crust, or take your pizza crust and cut it into squares and make like 4 little pizzas. And they're just a lot better for you. And it tastes really good. It really does taste like bread. It's another really fast, easy meal. So again, if y'all want to see those, I found these at Costco as well. I buy them and I put them in the freezer because I'm just waiting for them to not have them anymore. So we're going to make our barbecue sauce. And to make our barbecue sauce, we're going to use our smoky applewood rub and a little bit of vinegar. So I've got a tablespoon of the smoky applewood rub and a teaspoon of the vinegar. And we're going to use our little whisk here to mix this up to make our barbecue sauce. So this next one is a chicken barbecue wrap. And there's 2 ways to make this one. The actual recipe has a marinade that you put with the onions and the chicken, the red onion. I just do it with raw red onion, but you can saute your red onion if you don't like raw red onion. And I do it with the chicken that I already have prepared. So, okay, so there's our barbecue sauce mixture. If you like a sweeter barbecue sauce, there actually is, you can add a little bit of brown sugar to it, and that works as well. This one. All right, we're gonna build our little pizzas now. Oh yeah, I smell them cooking. It's not even heated up all the way and they're already cooking. All right, so we're gonna make just a couple of these little barbecue chicken pizzas. Pull these out. So for this one, oh, good thing I didn't need that. Hang on, let me move some of my dirty stuff over here. Yeah, for those of you guys who know my dogs, who know that they're ready to scarf down anything that hits the floor. Okay, wash that off. All right, so our little bites are ready. This is ready. I got all kinds of things beef in here. All right, so for this one, I'm just gonna spread a little bit of barbecue sauce on here. That's the air fryer telling me it's done. So there's one. There's two. And then hopefully I'll have time to show you guys the wraps as well. There they are. All right, so we're gonna take our chicken and we're just gonna cut some little pieces of the chicken to put here on the pizza. I normally would do this in a bowl, but I'm just doing it here on the top here, make it a little bit easier. All right, we'll cut this one up. All right, that's plenty of chicken on both of those. All right, let's see how our quesadillas are doing. Oh, our quesadillas are ready. Oh, okay, hold on a minute. This is yum. So here are our quesadillas. These guys are ready. And this is going to be my dinner tonight. So I'm just going to go ahead and put these in my bowl here. See if I can grab this one here. Let's try to get away from me. Okay, so our quesadillas are ready. So there's another meal for you. If you guys don't know about those bowls are fantastic because they keep everything hot on the inside. All right, so then here comes our pizzas. We're gonna add a little bit of red onion to each of them. And then we're gonna do a different feature with this deluxe grilling griddle that we're gonna make it hover over our little pizzas. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of our cheese. So you can do, this is just a mozzarella. You can also do a Monterey Jack. If you want, you can do kind of a, the one with jalapeno peppers in it, the Monterey Jack with jalapeno peppers. You can do that one as well. Pick your cheese. Can't go wrong with cheese, right? I'm hoping you guys are saying yes, and you're just muted. All right, so there's our cheese. So with this one, I'm gonna make this lid hover over the top to where it's not touching the cheese, but it's gonna melt the cheese. There we go. All right, so we're gonna let that sit for a few minutes, and I'm gonna add a couple of 30-second little increments to that one right there so that we can make sure it melts that cheese. Okay, so now let me show you. Excuse me. Move our barbecue sauce. This barbecue sauce will keep even if I don't use it all. Let me grab this. So our little fajita bites are done. So again, if you guys think about, if you have all this stuff ready, how fast and easy it is to get these prepared. So here they are. You guys see how they toasted a little bit and the cheese melted? They're delicious. And again, this is the same thing that's in the tortillas, but put them here on a plate. I'm going to use the Easy Accent decorator to put the sour cream mixture on the top. And I'm only going to do it on a couple because obviously the sour cream mixture you can't reheat. But I'm going to keep this loaded so that when I'm ready to eat the rest of those little fajita bites, all I have to do is reheat them and squeeze a little bit of the sour cream mixture on there. Now, if you don't have the Easy Accent decorator, you can also use a Ziploc bag. But the Easy Accent decorator is a fun one that you can use for icing. You can use for sour cream. You can use for twice baked potatoes. You can use it to fill little cupcakes up to make them little cupcake surprises. Can y'all see how the cheese is melting? It looks really good. All right, we're gonna let it keep on melting. It comes with all different tips. I'm using just the basic round one. Oops. That's sour cream on my hand, so my hand's slipping. There we go. All right, let's put these little guys on here. And then I'll show you how pretty they look with the sour cream. This. And again, this is all stemming from that same chicken that I did. So if you just take and you squeeze a little dollop of the sour cream on there. You guys see that? It's pretty good. Now I can use the same sour cream for my quesadillas as well. Yeah, and my dogs are sharp and big time. Y'all, they're so ready to eat something that's here. Okay, so as soon as our little pizzas are done, I'm going to take you guys over to the stovetop. And actually, since you can kind of see the stovetop, I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. Because here's where we're going to make our stir fry. And I'm going to put just a little bit of sesame oil in here to start. We're going to let that heat up. Now, we already have all of our veggies ready. Move. Because our veggies are all cut up in over here. So I'm not having to do anything else. All right, here are our little pizzas. Let me grab another little plate. And our barbecue pizzas are done. Look at this. Do I see them? Now I could leave it in there longer if I wanted that cheese on the top to get a little toasty. But we're gonna move on to something else. All right, let me close this up. I'm gonna just completely move this whole guy over here. If only y'all could see my staging area behind here. Just kidding. I'm kind of glad you can't. Grab my tray back in. Okay, so now we're ready to get this one started. So I'm gonna pull you guys over here. So just give me just a second. Hopefully nobody gets any motion sickness from me doing this. And if you saw my setup, you would laugh. You guys are on a chair, so I'm pulling you. I'm pulling my chair over here so that you guys can get a better look at what I'm going to do here for the stir fry. Because this is another one that's a really fast and easy one that I do. Woo, rocking the boat, man. That I do a lot because it is so easy. It's so easy, y'all. Stir fries are healthy and they're one of the easiest things to do. Okay, so turn you guys this way a little bit. All right, so with this one, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to throw in our carrots and our onion. So put our carrots in there. These are the carrots that I had sliced up that I would have put in that container had it been next to me. We're gonna take the rest of our onion, little pieces and all. And of course, you can put whatever stir-fried stuff you want to put in there. Sometimes I do zucchini. Like a lot of times I just pull out whatever veggies are in my refrigerator. Gonna take some garlic, a little hint with the garlic. How many of you guys have the garlic press? Trying to see. Okay, so a little hint with the garlic. It's got a hump on it. If you put it hump side up, 9 times out of 10, the garlic peel will stay stuck to the foot instead of on the inside. We're gonna go ahead and press our garlic. And our garlic press is the only one, see, there it is right there. You see that? Our garlic press is the only one that I know of that you can put the whole peel in there. I mean, the whole garlic in there, peel and all. And then just flick the garlic out. A little bit of garlic. Push that in there. Let me grab another one of my little scrapers here. We're just going to stir fry this for just a minute. Now, in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get the sauce ready. Now, because of time, I did cheat a little bit. And I got everything for the sauce already in this bowl. I'm trying to figure out what I just did with my whisk. Hang on a minute, guys. I don't know what I did with the whisk. All right, we can play Where's Waldo and find my whisk. Anybody see it?
Over here. Your grill.
I don't know where it is. Well, that's what I got, but it's not over on my grill. Swapped it so I can use it again. I really don't know what I did with my whisk. That's so weird. I wonder if one of the dogs took it. Oh, well. So I'll just tell you what I put in here. So in here, I have a little bit of cornstarch, a tiny bit of honey, and then soy sauce, or you can use coconut aminos is the other thing that you can use, because this is what's going to kind of thicken up. The cornstarch will kind of help it to all thicken up, to kind of glaze everything that's in the pan. So I did it here in my little 1 cup silicone measuring cup ahead of time. And like I said, it's just, again, I'll give you guys all these recipes, but this is just soy sauce, water. It's half soy, like the ratio of soy sauce to water is the same. If you're using coconut aminos, then you want to use about 1/3 of the amount of water for the coconut aminos, a drop, and I mean like literally a drop of honey, and then the cornstarch so that it'll thicken it up. All right, so we're going to stir this around a little bit. And then next we're going to add our veggies. And since we already have our veggies, all I got to do is throw them in. We're going to throw in some broccoli and some bell pepper. And then the last thing I'll throw in is the cabbage because it cooks down the fastest. If you like your broccoli a little bit softer, then don't throw the bell pepper in yet. Throw the cabbage in, throw the broccoli in and let it cook a little bit. And then put the bell pepper in. And then we're going to grate a little bit of ginger over all of this. And I'm going to use our zester with the ginger. So another little hint that I'll give you guys with ginger is like I bought, a decent sized piece of ginger, but you can see all the ginger on the backside. You see that? I will take the rest of this ginger and peel it and then freeze it in like 1-inch chunks so that if I want to use it, all I have to do is pull out one of those 1-inch chunks. This has a holder, put it on here. This goes into an A-frame just like our cheese graters do. And I can grate a mound of frozen ginger and have fresh ginger without having to have the fresh ginger. So there's my little ginger. All right, so we'll stir this around. A little bit more. Okay, so in the meantime, I'm gonna take a couple of these pieces of chicken and I'm gonna bring them over here. I'm gonna put them in a bowl. And I'm gonna put a little bit of our honey sriracha. You can also use the Asian seasoning. But I'm gonna use the honey sriracha, which is another one of our new ones. Very good, absolutely delicious. And then I'm gonna cut this up into pieces. Just like I did for the other recipe. Because this will go in with the sauce. So look, see how easy it cuts? Just like that. And remember, guys, like I'm doing smaller quantities of this just because there's so much chicken here and I don't have as many eaters for chicken. So here's my chicken all chunked up, ready to go in there. Gonna give this another quick little stir. And then this is where we're gonna add our chicken and our cabbage. And I accidentally grated, so I did this on the Rapid Prep mandolin also, guys. I just put it in there and put it on the slicing feature and just sliced all that up. And then we're gonna add our sauce. We're gonna toss this around. So as this kind of coats everything, it's gonna warm up the chicken. Put a little bit more. Go ahead and use the rest of it here. It's gonna coat the chicken. And then if you wanted rice, you could totally do the rice on the side, you know, either in the pressure cooker or in our rice cooker, either one. But here I have my stir fry done. So I'm gonna let it sit for just about another minute. Usually I'll turn it off and put the lid on it. Just so that it continues to kind of blend those flavors. And there's another meal that's done. So just like that, just by having all of your veggies ready and your chicken ready, it's super fast, just like that. All right, so I'm going to flip you guys back around one more time. Because now I'm going to show you guys the wraps. Let me just move a couple of these things. And we're actually going to get all 5 of our recipes in. I'm so excited because I really wasn't sure if we'd be able to. All right, let me move you guys back over here. We're going to rock the boat one more time. Hang on to your seatbelts. Stuck on something. Oh, I'm stuck on a dog. What's up, puppy? All right. Get you guys where you can see. I can always angle you guys down a little bit more. Okay, so the last part is our wrap. And again, you can do this 2 different ways. You can do it with where you cook the onions. I used all the onions, didn't I? Oh, I sure did. Well, I have some already cooked, already have some gravy in here, so I'll just use these. You can use this where you are cooking the onion if you wanted to. Oh, I've lost my tongs. Okay, well, we'll just use this. All right, so we're gonna put our chicken on here. I still have some chicken left. Put a little bit of our barbecue sauce. Where'd that go? A little bit of our barbecue sauce. Okay. Take our cabbage. And our onion. And then we're going to roll this guy up. And there you have a barbecue chicken tortilla wrap. And so there's your 5th meal. So we just did 5 meals in an hour. But if you had all of your things already prepared, can you imagine, like, if you didn't have to do all 5 of them in one night, right? But I just did all 5 of them in one night just to kind of show you guys how easy. This is a time saver. Pre-cooking all your chicken is a time saver. Just think of the recipes that you want to do that have similar ingredients, and then you're good to go, right? Okay, so any questions? I do want to show, hang on, before anybody goes anywhere. Hang on, let me turn you guys back this way. In the chat, I'm going to post, make sure that you text me to that number. Look in the chat, text me to my business number, a screenshot of you being on here, and you'll get a free gift. And if you've already ordered, or if you order tonight, then you'll get a second free gift. And that one will come in the mail to you. So let me just kind of go through real quick. Let's see. Juanilla, it looks like you have a question. Your hand is raised. If you want to unmute, you're welcome to come off and ask your question. I see that, let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, so let me look through here. Did I spray the griddle with an oil? No, I did not spray the griddle with oil, Diane. And the thing is, if you make sure that your chicken is really dry, then you'll get a grilled chicken. If your chicken is wet, then you get steamed chicken. So make sure that your chicken's really nice and dry before you cook with it. But no, I didn't put any oil on there at all. What temperature did I put it on? Okay, Robin, you were asking that. I am assuming, since it was just a minute after Diane that you asked that it was, you were asking about the grill and griddle, what temperature I put it on. I put it on 390 and it took 3 minutes. Normally I put it on 400 on the grill feature, and I put it at 400 and it takes about 2.5 minutes. I just knew that I needed that little window of time. Excuse me. I needed that little window of time. So that's why I turned it down. It'll actually get better grill lines if you cook it a tiny bit higher. I needed that little time for me to talk a little more. Okay, like the salad chopper idea, don't need to wait for chicken to cool down before handling it. Nope. Same thing with pork, like pork tenderloin. It's amazing. Let's see. What? No extra cheese on the quesadilla? Oh, yeah, I should have, right? Let's see. Could you also put the pizzas in the air fryer to toast? Absolutely, you could. Yes, you could put the pizzas in the air fryer to toast, and it's going to crisp up your, if you're doing like a pizza crust that's already done, it's going to crisp that up. On the grill with the pizza, what you could do is you actually put if you buy the pizza crust already made, or if you make your own, put it on roll it out and stick it on the griddle plates or the grill plates, and then close the lid. And it'll cook up. You want to do it pretty thin because it's going to puff up. It'll cook up in about 2.5 to 3 minutes. That pizza crust is done. Then you can turn the bottom temperature, the bottom plate, you can turn it all the way down to 250 and turn the top plate up to 450 so that you put your toppings on there, and then you make it hover. And it's going to melt all those cheeses and stuff as well. So that's why I was showing you guys the grill and griddle for the pizza, because normally, like for the rest of the family, I would put veggies and stuff on there. They actually like pineapple and onion, and what else do I put on there? Pineapple and onion are the main 2 things. One of them likes mushrooms. Anyway, like that's why I take my already made pizza crust, the one that I make, and I cut it into 4, and I do 4 for each of their little picky people. Let's see. Yes, you can put those in there. Never knew. Busy bee. You having trouble with the top, with the bottom temp staying set. If you do it where you press what function you want, and then you press top bottom, there's a top bottom little button. You press top bottom, and it's going to flash top. And you set the temperature, and then it's going to flash bottom. You click the little button, and then you flash bottom, and you set the temperature, and then you press the button again to make it go. You guys don't have very many questions. I'm actually pretty impressed. So any other questions?
I'm starving.
Well, Susan, you live too far away, girl. You and Dennis need to get over here.
You
know-
don't deliver?
No, I don't deliver. Yeah, curbside. Come on by. and
Curbside.
I'll bring it out to you curbside. Yeah, but so do you guys, so feel free to unmute and I would love to hear, like, do you see that being something easy enough for you to do? Like, did I give you enough like little tips and hints that make it easier for you to do?
Is
Prepare,
the,
prepare.
You know, it is. It's all about that preparing. And honestly, you saw how easy it was to do the bell pepper. You know, you just cut the top off, go ahead and wedge it, stick it in there. Now, bell pepper cut like that's only going to last you about 5 days. And that's why usually on day 5, I turn it into a stir fry, you know, because it doesn't need to be nice and crisp. But it's still good. It's not like it's bad, but on the 5th day I do that. But when I set this up like this, in fact, I had to reload it today because I had it set up like this and all the broccoli was gone except for like 2 pieces. All the bell pepper was gone. I think there were a couple of sticks of celery left and that was it. And then you can utilize this bottom part because there's a gap between here because where the freezer things would go. So under there is where I put the celery sticks and then the carrot pieces and I just put a damp paper towel over them so that they stay put. So I don't put onions in there. Onions makes everything smell bad. So I don't put onions in there, but every other veggie I stick in there.
so are the salad cut scissors
The salad
easier to,
chopper?
yeah, are they easier to squeeze than the garlic press? I can't squeeze
Oh,
a
yeah.
garlic press.
So with the garlic press, let me show you my two little tricks that I can show you with the garlic press. Oh, and I think I stuck it in the dishwasher already. One little trick is my mom has a compromised grip. My mom's 83, so she has a compromised grip. And what I got her to do is to use the garlic roller to peel the garlic first and then put it in there and squeeze it. Even though it has the function where the peel will come off, if you do it that way, then it's not as hard to press as it is with the skin. The other thing that I do, and I think it's back behind you guys in the sink, is I use both hands. I use both hands to squeeze it. And let me go ahead and grab it. It looks like, actually, I have another one in here. So let me just grab the other one. Oh, no, I took it out. So I need to make room for it. Let me see if I can put my hands in this. Oh, my God. Yes, here it is. So when I go to squeeze the garlic, don't squeeze it from the neck, squeeze it from the back end. Like you get a lot more leverage on the back end, but I use both hands when I have bigger pieces of garlic like this. But if not, if you roll this off with the garlic peeler and then use just the garlic, it's not nearly as hard to press. My mom could do it. I bet you can do that too.
Yeah, because I already peeled the garlic because I didn't know it took the skin off. So I peeled it before I put it in there. But
Okay.
my husband had to end up doing it because I couldn't manage it.
Robin, it is easy. You say I make it look so easy. Honestly, it is easy. Sylvia is one of my team members on my team, and she got on here first before anybody else did. And I'm like, I really did not plan too much with this, so this could be a total cluster. I really don't know. This is how I do things at home, but I don't ever fix all 5 of them at one time. But it actually kind of worked pretty well. The other thing, guys, that I wanted to tell y'all, so I literally just jotted some things down right before you guys all got on. Of other things that you can do with this exact same chicken. So barbecue chicken bowls, and all these recipes are, I'm almost positive, on my website. Barbecue chicken bowls, add some beans, like some pinto beans to it, and avocado, and serve it on rice, and you've got a barbecue chicken bowl. Chicken naan wraps with peri peri sauce. I know that one's on the website. A braid. If you like crescent rolls, you can do any of the braids, like the chicken and broccoli braid. That's an oldie but goodie that I bet some of you guys remember. Or there's a new version that's a little bit healthier. That's a chicken and kale braid. That's really good. You can do a chicken and cranberry braid. That's a really good one. I call it hide the turkey after Thanksgiving. And that's a great one to use your leftover cranberry sauce and your leftover turkey, and you do a cranberry turkey braid. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Or ring. A ring is the same thing as a braid. There are a couple of quick cooker dips that you could do with this chicken. A chicken salsa cornbread is another one that you can do with this chicken. And basically you're just taking your cornbread mix and then you're mixing in your already cooked chicken and a little bit of salsa. And then you cook that. Oh my gosh, so good. The Caribbean chicken rice bowls. That's another one. I did the wraps. I did the fajita bites. A barbecue chicken chop salad is another one. The smoky black bean wraps is another one where you do very similar to what I did, that you put black beans in it instead of the cabbage, and that's really good. A cheesy tortilla chicken soup. Okay, where you do it with tortillas and this leftover chicken. That's a really good one. Chicken salad is another one. Quick burritos, the honey sriracha chicken and broccoli. So you can take that same chicken with that honey sriracha sauce and just broccoli, and you sprinkle the honey sriracha sauce on all of it and then cook all of that together. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Chicken gnocchi soup is another one. And then you could just do a basic grilled chicken and vegetables. You have the grilled chicken, grill some veggies, or put it on top of a salad. And there's another one. So that's, probably another 12 to 15 recipes that you can do with that exact same chicken. And I bet you guys can come up with more. But if you just get your veggies, figure out your menu, get your veggies, get your chicken, and you guys are squared away for the week. Didn't take you more than 10 to 15 minutes to put it all together. I actually use the manual processor to shred your chicken. Yep. Another little tip that you can do is use your food chopper to shred your chicken. Another one that you can do if you don't have either one of those, put your chicken in, like if you have a KitchenAid mixer, excuse me, put it in your KitchenAid mixer while it's still hot, and turn your mixer on, and that'll shred your chicken like that. That's another really easy way. Julie, I think I can use some of these tricks. Yay. All right.
Would the Flex Plus work for shredding it also?
It would. And honestly, look, I'll see if I have one in here that I may have already fed it to my dog. So I don't have one in the refrigerator to show you. I am still having to cook meals for one of my dogs, and I put it in there. The only thing with that is you can only do so much, and then you have to dump it out. And so depends upon how much you got to do. If you have just that little bit, you can, but you just have to put smaller pieces in there at a time. The Flex Plus is awesome, but it also doesn't have the same horsepower as something that's plugged in. So you just have to be a little careful about how much you overload it. You can't overload it like one that's plugged in that has a much stronger, horsepower to it. All right, what other question? All right, you guys make sure that you guys are texting me with a picture of you being on here so that the guests, not you can, I have a couple of my consultants are on here too from our team. So if you're a consultant, no, but if you're a guest, definitely text me that number. It's in the chat. And just send me a little screenshot of you being on here. Excuse me, let me get some water. And I'll take care of getting something to you. All right, so any other questions? No?
Thank you for doing this.
Oh, you're welcome. You're very welcome. You know what? These busy nights, or sometimes you just don't feel like cooking, it doesn't matter. Like, you guys can do this. I promise you. I promise you, you can do this. It's not that hard. Robin, talking to you too. Like, you can do this. It's not hard. Just make your list. I'll send you guys all first. I'll post them, and send them to you guys. In fact, if you text me, I'll just text them directly to you as soon as I get them all put together. The recipes of what I did tonight, but then eventually I'll get all the links for all these other ones that I was talking about. I'll get all of those links together and I'll put those together as well so that you have them. All right.
Can I do that too?
Can you do what?
Receive those recipes?
Yeah, I'll put them on our team page. I'll definitely put them on our team page
Okay.
for you guys to have them. All right. Well, you guys go have a great night. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. This was really fun. And if you've got some ideas of some things that you would love to see, let me know. Like, I'm happy to do them. I would love to show you guys some more stuff. So,
Thank you.
all
We
right.
appreciate
You're welcome.
you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.